The rise of generative artificial intelligence is making it obvious that many white-collar jobs will be replaced, leading to unemployment and massive economic disruption. And this will happen extremely fast, too fast for the society to adapt. In this video, we'll talk about all the creative jobs that will be disrupted by AI and the impact it will have on various economic sectors. And we'll try to position them on the timeline, when it will happen. Before we begin, just keep in mind a few things. First, AI will be able to do pretty much any job which involves using a computer or any electronic device. So this list is not exhaustive. It can be both technical and creative jobs, but in this video we will only focus on the creative ones. Second, for most of these replaced jobs, human judgment will still be required. It means that, of course, no profession will disappear completely, but each will require much fewer people. So the top performers will retain their jobs, but it will become extremely difficult or even pointless for newcomers. And third, I am by no means celebrating it. I'm just acknowledging the facts in a cold-blooded manner. In fact, as you'll see, what I do on this YouTube channel is exactly at the highest risk of disruption. It's the first time I'm both super excited by a new technology and also terrified when I imagine all the consequences. So let's start with all the jobs that are already almost irrelevant or will become irrelevant in the next few months. By now, everyone should have heard about ChatGPT and what it can do. And this is only the beginning. But already anyone involved in copywriting of some sort can be replaced. This can be, well, copywriters. As per Google, a copywriter is a professional who writes clear, concise copy for ads and marketing materials. So up until now, copywriters worked on blogs, websites, presentations, product descriptions, ads, marketing materials, and so on. And this is exactly what ChatGPT can already deliver. I myself know a person who was about to hire a copywriter for their website, but canceled the order once they realized that they could outsource it to ChatGPT. And same goes for entry-level journalists. The next part of the definition says, copywriters work closely alongside web and graphic designers to ensure their message is clear. And, as a matter of fact, graphic designers and artists have already been made irrelevant. I created most of the illustrations for this video using text-to-image artificial intelligence, and just like ChatGPT, it's getting better with every passing week. Previously, a lot of graphic designers would work on illustrations for books, internet content, marketing materials, and so on. But now, something that would take 30 to 50 hours to create can be done in just a few minutes by anyone. And companies have noticed. I used to have quite ugly thumbnails for my YouTube videos because I'm not good at design and I couldn't afford a graphic designer to redo everything. But now, in 3 days, I created 40 new thumbnails and it dramatically increased my click-through rate and overall channel views. And even if those newly generated thumbnails were not perfect from the start, I used another bunch of AI tools to edit the images exactly as I wanted. If you're interested, I teach how to do all of that in my online course that you can find by clicking on the link in the description. Together with the graphic designers,
stock photographers will also disappear because image generation will soon easily reach photorealistic levels.
And when you take all of that into account, you realize that specialized websites like stock image marketplaces, icon and photos, and even basic design software are all at risk of being made irrelevant. Why buy an expensive photo from a stock image website when you can just create your own unique one? And if you consider graphic designers, copywriters, and the like, you realize that they make a big part of jobs advertised on freelance websites such as Fiverr and Upwork. And therefore, such websites are also at a high risk of disruption. Let's take a look at Fiverr. Pretty much everything you see here can be done by artificial intelligence now. This includes voice-over actors, since today there are already countless platforms that allow you to generate perfectly good AI voices. And even entry-level developers and website creators will be replaced because ChatGPT can already write decent code, and it will only get better. Same goes for paralegal jobs, since ChatGPT can assemble pretty solid contracts and stuff. Now, Fiverr tries to adapt and survive by adding a special AI category, but how sustainable is selling AI art once most people realize that this is basically prompt engineering and you can learn to do it yourself? Now, in case you didn't follow, this is all just stuff happening in the next few months. Let's move on to what AI will be able to achieve by the end of this year. And let's start with video animation. Just as generative AI can create images based on the prompt, nothing prevents it from being able to create entire videos. In fact, Google and Facebook already showcased their engines with Imagen and Make a Video. You can go on this website here and see which videos were created using which text prompt, like this one, an astronaut riding a horse. At the moment of the recording of this video, you can't test this for yourself, but it's obvious that even though these videos are still weird, the results will quickly improve. And that's where YouTube channels like mine are at risk, unless I adapt and use AI to the fullest. Because here's the thing, there are generally two types of content creators on the internet. Those who have personal brands and the others. Personal brands are like celebrities. You watch them because you like the person and they're safe in this brave new AI world. But channels like mine, for example, a lot of my videos are illustrated using PowerPoint video and screencasts. I don't often appear with my face on video, and even when I do, you most likely don't care. You're here for the content that I come up with. So I could be literally anyone else because I'm not an internet persona. So technically, very soon, ChatGPT will be able to write full scripts for educational videos. It will be possible to animate those videos with relevant and catchy footage using text-to-video engines and narrate the videos automatically using a pleasant AI voice rather than my original voice, which is not so good. Which, by the way, I also improved using an AI tool to make the recording sound more like a podcast level quality. If you want to support a soon-to-be disrupted sad YouTuber, you can do so by smashing the like button for this video. Anyway, video animation is the next in line. Of course, it goes without saying that video and audio editors will also be replaced by AI. Now, most likely this year as well, AI will be able to create amazing electronic music. In fact, there is also already a demonstration of this by Google called Music LM, where music is generated by a text prompt. Let's listen to this one, which is particularly psychedelic because it even tries to replicate rap lyrics. This will have exactly the same effect on electronic artists as image generation will have on graphic designers, since tracks created by AI will be amazing and will simply flood the internet. Speaking of music, songwriters are also at high risk because AI will be able to analyze and understand which lyrics make songs popular. And since language models will improve dramatically by that time, it's very likely that programs like ChatGPT will be able to write entire books and scripts for movies after reading them and learning what makes the best ones. Let's mention a few more creative jobs at the highest risk of disruption this year still, such as interior decorators. Image generation can easily be applied to photos of empty rooms, and AI can fill them up and showcase different decor styles. There's already a startup called Interior AI which positioned itself on this approach. The results are not good for now, but you can see how it will soon get there. It's also technically possible to scrape images from actual furniture and decor shops to generate interior decor images with furniture that actually exists and that you can buy. Finally, yet more developer jobs will be replaced since text-to-code will keep improving and, out of nowhere, fashion models.
Yep, any humans who are not celebrities and who do modeling will not be necessary anymore, since AI can showcase a dress on a completely made-up person, just as it can use a generated person's face on an ad. Now, let's move on to the next 3 years.
Keep in mind that this timeline is completely made up by me, using my own logic. In 3 years, that will be the turn of realistic video creators, not just strange animated videos. By that time, AI will learn from all the movies in the world and will be able to create photorealistic films as if they were shot on a camera. There will be a flood of movies with completely non-existent characters. Is this a problem? Of course not. We watch many movies with completely unknown actors, or movies like Avatar, and we love them. But of course, famous real actors will be demanded, because once again, they are personal brands. However, given the advent of deepfakes, the question is, will we watch the actual Rock smashing people around, or an AI version of him, which won't be able to tell the difference from anyway? Or there will be demand for both types of movies. Time will tell. Now, along with video, in the next 3 years, anything that has to do with 3D creations will also start being disrupted. It can be jobs like video game design for characters, worlds, and CGI for movies. By that time, most likely full interior design and architecture will also be done by AI once it will be fed information about the terrain, the style, and the budget. No one will spend dozens of hours creating stunning 3D renderings because they will be done automatically using text prompts. It seems like for creative jobs, everything that is technically done on a computer will be automated, and it will only come down to the ideas themselves. Unless, of course, in the next 5 years, AI will be able to come up with full movie and video game creation itself. Not just the videos or the 3D worlds, but everything else. The idea, the plot, the gameplay, and so much more. It's very tough to try to predict anything beyond a few years in the future, given the pace at which generative artificial intelligence is improving. One thing's for sure, this is not a drill anymore. It is happening. The changes for the job market are brutal, and the societies are not ready. In each profession, few people will be able to take advantage of AI and remain in their jobs. They will be the ones using, directing, and judging the AI output, but others will be made redundant. So better learn everything you can about this topic now to simply try to stay on top of the generative AI tidal wave. I hope you liked this video, and if yes, feel free to click on the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you soon!